This segment is sponsored by Our Home Magazine on newsstands now.
Here we are live on location from Governor's Antiques and Architectural Salvage. I'm with Jeff Thomas. He's the owner, second generation owner. Jeff, thanks for having us out. This place is amazing.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
It's not a surprise to you. This is a family business. It's been here for a long time. It's part of the fabric of Richmond, really, but you're new to taking the reins.
That's right. I grew up here. We built the building when I was 5. We've been here for 47 years. In the architectural salvage world, that's a long time.
Yeah.
We were salvaging before it was a thing. My father was pretty bright.
You were telling me that your dad got started in this way before, as you said, anybody was doing it, and that's why there is as much as there is here today.
Yeah, I don't believe that you could actually accomplish what my father accomplished in his lifetime in modern times because there's just not that much salvage available. Salvaging is a very hot thing now. DIY and all the shows and revitalizing of Richmond have really made a huge difference in the collectability and the availability of the salvaged items.
So my first visit here, right, my first opportunity to meet you, when I came in, Jeff handed me a map. A map exists of coming here to make the most of your experience.
Yeah, we have a little over 7 acres, and so we had a drone fly over a couple years ago, and we photoshopped that drawing because people just couldn't find anything. We have so much that it helps to provide a guide. Yeah.
You're really doing a service in so many ways because rescuing these things, you're repurposing, again, hot right now, but you're also putting history back into play.
Yeah, we are one of the few places where you can buy the salvage, you can get it restored, you can have it converted into something else. We have a wood shop, a brass shop. We are the only place within 1,000 miles that bends glass. We have a full welding operation. We cut granite. My father was pretty visionary. We do a lot of things to take what we sell and turning into whatever you can dream up. If you can dream it up, we can build it.
And that's what makes it even more magical, because being here this morning, I keep daydreaming about this, about that, because there's so much to daydream about. Right. And then you have the way of putting it back into play, of doing those things here. So it's really turnkey.
Right. And we've also started our own line of furniture, Governor's Antiques Originals, where we take reclaimed materials, cast iron machine legs, live edge tops, and we deal with a lot of designers, builders, architects, and of course the homeowners, and we build their vision as well as our own line of furniture. Which has really kind of changed the landscape of what we do. We're bringing this architectural salvage in the building now because, like I said, it is the hot commodity.
Yeah, and we talked as we got started. Governor's Antiques been here for so long, part of the fabric of Richmond, but now turning a new page. You mentioned making that furniture, creating those things. Those are new ideas that you're infusing into this business, as is getting into the worldwide internets. I mean, it's a different day.
Right. Yeah, we're very involved in social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Etsy, eBay, House. We sell in every online avenue that you can. We have 5 million items. Unfortunately, there's not that many people in Mechanicsville or Richmond, so we are reaching out to the internet and to the World Wide Web, hopefully to expand our market, obviously. And it also helps build our brand. You know, we didn't really have a brand. My father, while as brilliant as he was, he did not believe that the internet he thought it was a fad. So we have we've rebranded the company. We've added architectural salvage and architectural materials to the name of the company, changed our logo, done a lot of things to modernize what we do. And that's really, it's changed some of our clientele as well, which is good.
Thankfully, rescuing these things, he didn't think that was a fad. He was defining the trend. That's what's so cool.
My father was a genius. I mean, make no mistake about it. He's the smartest human being I've ever known. He was a visionary. He was salvaging before salvaging was a thing, before they started revitalizing downtown, Churchill, the Shockoe Bottom. He was buying doors in the 70s and putting them in trailers, and people told him he was crazy. And crazy like a fox, right? So now he has set up an inventory and a business that I could never have done. You couldn't accomplish what he did in modern times. You couldn't do it.
But that's what's so cool about this story is that now, Jeff, you are doing it. You've returned home. You're here. Yep. You're making this happen. You left a job behind a desk really to work alongside him and learn this from the ground up.
I did. You know, I grew up here, but I never really worked in the business other than to carry heavy things around. And then when I got out of college, I didn't work for my father while out of school because I wanted to make my own way. And, you know, before he got sick, unfortunately he passed away a couple of years ago, before he got sick, I came back to help. And I learned a lot. Yeah. I mean, I spent 3.5 years in his back pocket learning everything that I could possibly learn from him. And I feel very fortunate to have grown. We obviously became very close. And that was, you know, you can't I'll never get that time back. So that was wonderful.
So our cameraman Stacy asked you what your oldest piece was. I'm going to ask you what your favorite piece is. That's going to be tough.
Well, it is actually. It's not. It's in my office. It's something that here that's honestly, it's not for sale. So we had the curator, or one of the curators and one of the mechanics from an airplane from the Virginia Air Museum. They took a panel off of one of the planes for the 192nd Fighter Wing, which is out of Richmond out of the airport, the National Guard post, and it's a panel that was on a plane that my father worked on. He was a mechanic in the Air Force in the 60s, and I had no idea when I bought it.
Yeah.
And I got it in, and it hangs on the wall in my office, and it'll leave here when I leave here. It is super cool.
One man's junk is another's treasure. It is a treasure trove. Jeff Thomas, thanks for having us out. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
You can learn more about Governor's Antiques and Architectural Salvage. It's featured in the current issue of Our Home magazine. It's on newsstands now for just a little bit longer. Or better yet, read about it, come out, meet Jeff, take all of this eye candy in, but pack a lunch because it's going to be a day or a week's worth of fun. We're going to send it back in your way.